Investors, we all know that the money is made when you purchase the home, not when you sell the home. Okay. So don't make a bad purchase. You got to get yourself educated on what's going on in the market and what the numbers are. So when you purchase that home, that's when you make your profit. So we're going to cover that in this video right here with our investment market report. My name is Chris McMahon. I am a local real estate agent right here in the capital region in Saratoga Springs, but I'm also an investor. I've been an investor for over 20 years, but my first investment property over 20 years ago held rental property ever since. And I've also done a number of fix and flips, so I've got some experience in this area. If you're looking to purchase, even if it's your first property that you're looking to purchase, or you're looking to grow that portfolio, or maybe it's time to say, let's cash in on some of the equity I have on these homes right here and reinvest them, buy yourself a vacation home, or just live fat off the hog of all the money that you've made because you've owned that property for a number of years and got a lot of equity in it. Reach out, get a hold of me, call or text my cell phone. That number is right down there below. I'll be more than happy to help you out with that. But in the meantime, we want to make sure you're up to date with what's going on here in the market today. We're going to show you the most recent numbers that we got here coming right from the RPR. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to go over that stuff. We're going to make you an educator. So when you make that purchase or that sale, you're getting top dollar and you're not getting bamboozled here. So what we got right here, we got the numbers from RPR. Let's come down here. We're going to check this out. This little triangle right here tells us whether we're in a buyer's market or a seller's market. We've been in a seller's market for years now. So sellers, that's great for you. Buyers, that doesn't mean there isn't opportunity out there. There is definitely opportunity out there. There's all different kinds of strategies, all different way to finance and get into it and make money. You just got to educate yourself on what is going on in the market and what the best strategy is for your situation. So right now we got a seller's market. Okay. We got about 3.5 months of inventory. I will tell you one thing here before I move on here is this little triangle I have seen over the last couple months kind of scooch over more towards the balanced market. So we're going to be covering Saratoga County here first. And I cover a wide area because it's tough to kind of bring it down into that micro level. So if you are looking for a more specific area, let's just say in Saratoga County, you're specifically focusing in here in the Stillwater area or Clifton Park, and you want to know that area, let me know. I can take that and I can do your own personal video and really concentrate on that spot. But we're going to cover general to start off with here. But so the Saratoga County, this triangle has moving more towards a balanced market here, really more recently in the last couple of months. So pay attention to what's going on here because I'm expecting to see this kind of come in this direction here. I don't know how long it's going to take to get here, but I am expecting it to start to keep going towards a balanced market, maybe even to the buyer's market right here. But we got about 3.5 months of inventory, which is up almost 8%. So lists are sold to list price. They're getting 103%, which means they're getting more generally than what they're asking for in that market. Days on RPR is about 6 days. So they're going fairly quick as well. And the medium sold price is $260, which is down about 13% on that one. So as we come down here, so we're going to get the medium estimated property value. Now we see these lines are getting stretched out over the past year. We can kind of come over and look at these, but we're going to focus on this right now because the medium estimated value is about 326, which is down almost 1% from last month, and it's down 2.5% in the 12-month change. But the important thing to kind of note here in this, especially if you're an out-of-area investor and you're looking for areas to really kind of maximize your purchasing power, right here is a great area because this number right here is the New York State average. That's all the way up over 800,000, 900,000, getting close to 1 million. These down here is the national and the state and the county average. So the national average is at 378. The Saratoga County is at 338. So it is below the national average. It is below the state average, which means it's got great potential on return on investment. All right. And we're going to see this trend in all the counties that we go in here because this area is a fantastic spot as far as getting your money's worth because they've got strong rental history and they're getting great rental prices for getting in there. So purchasing in this area is a good place to purchase because you're getting affordable properties that are getting strong rents with good rental history. Okay, you mix all that together, you got a great spot in order to purchase. Coming down here. So now this is the new listings. We've had 7 new listings, which is down. Okay, but it's 325 is the median list price. They're going at roughly $125 a square foot, which is not a real great number to go by. It's just giving you a median number, which is throwing out the middle right there. You want a solid number on price per square foot, get a hold of me. Use that cell phone number to contact me, and I'll get you a solid number in the area or even the home specifically that you're looking for. But we got a little over $2 million in total volume. We got right there. Let's take a look at the number of properties here. Let's just see what this trend has been over here over the past year. So it peaked back here in January of all months, really, right after the new year. But we took a big steep dive right over here. And then it recovered back up to 18, and it's down to 7 right here coming into May. Going in. So June's numbers will be covered next month. We're always kind of pulling them every month because we're in the middle of June right now. We don't have June's numbers yet. We won't have them to the end of the month. So that's why we do that. I've gotten that question. Why aren't you covering June's numbers? Because we don't have a real good picture of June's numbers until the month is complete. And then we kind of put all those numbers together and figure that out. So now we're coming down here, active listings. Active listings is the median is about 450,000. So 30 right here, the number of properties, which we saw a big spike, really good, dropping down right over here back in November of 04. And it's sort of leveled off since then. Keeping it about that 30 as far as the number of properties. But median days on the market is up almost 18%. We got about $19 million in total volume. And as far as active listings are going in Saratoga County. Scrolling down here, number of pending listings. Number of pending listings is 11. We're kind of seeing a little bit decline there as a number of pending listings. So maybe there's not as much competition for these properties out there. If you're a buyer, opportunity right there because you're not competing and getting multiple offers as much. But we're coming over here, we're seeing about a little over $3.5 million in volume. And again, there's saying $171 median price per square foot. Not the most accurate thing in my opinion, like for a real more accurate idea on that one, on a home evaluation or price evaluation, get a hold of me and we can kind of put some numbers together here for you on that one. And the median list price is, we're looking at what, 308, 307, right in the middle of that one right there. Scrolling down now, the number of sold, we got 260 is the median sold price. 7 properties sold for the month of May right there. They got over their sold to list price, so they're going over by 4.9% increase from the month before at 103%. Days on the market is under a week at 6 days, and we got a little over $2 million in volume as far as the solds on there. So what do we got for our trend as far as solds that we got in there? It's actually decreased over the last 2 months, and we peaked back here almost a year ago, July of 2024 with 19. In months of inventory, like you said before, we're about 3.5 months of inventory, which is up 8% from the previous month right there, but it's down 92.3% in the 12-month change. So it's down quite a bit as we see back here in October, November. There's a big dip in that as far as the number of amount of inventory that we had out there. So let's come on up here. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go check out our next county. Our next county is going to be Albany County. Albany County, New York. Let's see what this little thing's. Okay, so you saw that if you were watching, you saw this triangle shift deeper into a seller's market. So that is not shifting over to the balanced market as far as it is in Saratoga County. Okay, but that doesn't mean there is an opportunity. Like we said, there's always opportunity. Just depends on how you structure your strategy and how you get in your financing, how you get in and out of it, what's your exit plan. There's a number of different things to factor in when you're looking at this stuff. So the key details right here, we want to check. Months of inventory has dropped 18.5% down to just about 2.25 months. Right over here, the list of sold prices at 98.4%, which is below 100% what they're asking. But for sellers, that has increased a little over percent from the previous month. Days on the market is down to 16 days on the market, and median sales price is $265,000. So definitely more affordable area than we're looking at in Saratoga County as far as the price goes. So it's gone down 0.3% as far as the median estimated property value on there, but it's up here 3.5%. That's the 12-month change, up 3.5%. So if you bought a property for $100,000 last year, you can figure that it's up $3,500 as far as the value for every $100,000 that you purchased on it. And again, we're looking at this trend. I'm not going to go over this again, but you can see it's very, very similar to what we saw in Saratoga County. New York State average, national average, and again, here we go, Albany County average below that. So we've discussed that already. We're good with that. New listings. New listings is down. They have 53 new listings this month. The previous month there was 80, so that's dropped a significant amount there on that one. But still, we got over $17 million and total volume there for prices. The median list price is at that 265 range, which is down 10% month over month for our new listings. Active listings, I like to do this one because this tells us a little bit better here. We're at 327, I should say. 120 properties that we're looking at in that area. $77 million in volume right on that. For as far as our active listings, this is all we got. So we got 120 properties, which is a decent number of properties to pick from in that county. Pending listings is down, is 147, which is down 1.3%. Not a huge change. There's about $41.5 million of volume going through there at $106 a square foot at about $250 at the median list price, which is a slight increase of 0.2%. So I don't know how much of a very, very slight increase on that one. But again, in the positive direction for that one. And we're coming down to sold listings 45, which is up 2.3%. And they're getting about 98%, 98.5%, right around in there of their sold to list price that they're looking for. We had $12.5 million in total volume in that, and the 265 median sold price is up 6.5% month over month. And here we go again with our month supply of inventory, 2.25 months, which is down 18.4% from last month, which is down 92.7%, that 12-month change on that one. So that's Albany County. We're going in there. So decent number of opportunity. Let's go back down here for a second. So we've got a decent number of opportunity, even though it has dropped. There's still some properties in there in the Albany County. We got a lot of volume here at 77. And we know that the prices are much more affordable in this area. So keep that in mind as we're going through and we're looking at that there's opportunity at a more affordable price, solid rents in Albany County. So maybe a spot that you want to kind of go and look and check out on. All right, next spot we're going to check out. We'll check out Warren County because I do like to check out the Queensbury and Glens Falls area right here. So that seller's market is pretty similar to what we saw there in Albany County. Not quite over cold getting to this balanced market yet, but we'll see where that trend, if that keeps moving over, that keeps up with Saratoga or not. We got 2 1/3 months of inventory. The list of sold getting over what they're generally listing the properties for. They're staying on the market for 5 days. Median estimated value is 242, which is up 0.5%, which is up 2.1%, 12-month change. And here we go. Very similar. You see that? Like I said at the beginning, we're going to see this trend as far as these lines go for each of the counties that we go through. It's been like that for quite a while. So we got number of new listings down 25%. We have 9 new listings past month at a median list price of $275, a little over $3 million in volume. We don't have quite the numbers that we'll see in Albany. Albany's a pretty busy one. Schenectady is too. We're going to cover that next. For anybody interested in the Schenectady area, stick around. Don't go yet. We're going to check that one out soon. In 126. So the number of active listings is up, though. We're at 15 active listings, which is up 7%. Over $7 million in total active volume right now at about 269 is the list prices and average list or median list prices that we got going on in that area. So, and it's staying on the market for a little over about a month and a week. So they're staying on there a decent amount of time. So pending listings, they pended 13, which is down 7%. Average days it took to do that was 14 days on that one. We got almost $5 million in pending listings right there, with a median list price of $309. We'll round that up. That should be $310. We'll say $310 for the pending listings. And the number of sold listings right here, we had 4 sales, which is up 300%. So we got a pretty good increase on that one. 5 days on the market, 765. So about $750,000 right there. But again, listed the sold to list price, getting 2.66% over that 100% that they're asking right there. And months of inventory, 2 1/3, which is up 11.4% from the previous month, which is still down 98.1% over the 12-month change here. But we're seeing this month's change right here as far as in supply and inventory. Most of these are in the plus, going up. Okay, so we had that big dip, but now it looks like they're starting to creep back up here a little bit, because 11.4% of a low number is not a huge change, as you can see by the line, but it's in the plus factor either way. So let's go up here. We're going to cover our last area right here, which we're going to talk about Schenectady County. Let me get that to pop up here. Okay, got it. Finally remembered how to spell Schenectady here, but here we go. Let's go through this here. Seller's market, boom, kind of entrenched almost in the middle of the seller's market. 2 1/3 months of inventory. And we're going to list of sold. Look at this number right here. Sellers in Schenectady, 11.1% over that 100%. That's up 13%, over 13% since the previous month over month. 40 days on the market, 240 is the median sales price right there. Boom, look at what we got right here. 251 median estimated value, up 0.5%, up 3.3% in the 12-month change. Here's our little trend. Looks familiar. It should look familiar. It's the same as all the others. Coming down here, new listings, 39 new listings, down 2.5%, but they're getting about 280, which is up 8.7. So the median list price is up. We got about $11.5 million in volume as far as our new listings are concerned. Coming down here, active listings, we got 53 active listings, which is down 7%, but we got over $15 million in total volume with a median list price of about $280,000 in that area. Pending listings, $250,000 is our median list for the pending. We had 68 pendings, which is up 4.6%. Days on the market was about 15. We got $18.3 million in volume right there as far as our pending listings go. And the sold listings is 20. So that's up 5.3%, which at $240,000 for the median sales price, at almost $5 million of volume on this one right here. So in the month's supply, we're at 2 1/3, which is down 7.8%, which is down 96.5% from the 12-month change. So again, if you have questions here, that's a quick review there, the Schenectady. So if you have questions in a certain area, certain property even, or something that you just saw and you really want to kind of get a look and get an idea of what the valuation is, contact me by my cell phone right there. Call or text that number. Either one is good. Also, maybe you're just starting your search. I can get you set up with property alerts, so you're getting notified when properties are coming out. I can get you set up with a marketing or a plan to get yourself into your first or your next property, whatever it is. Get you in touch with some lenders. Put that plan together. Get you focused in and understand what your exit strategy is, what you're looking to purchase. So remember what I said at the beginning. You make your money when you purchase. All right. After that, it's just a matter of going through the process to get your money out of it. So, but you got to have a plan. You got to be prepared, and you got to be educated on what's going on with the market and the numbers. So subscribe to my channel because we do this every month. I also got other videos coming out covering just general areas, single-family properties, and just anything real estate in the Saratoga area and the Capital District in general. So subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.